Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to RAM Overload. Today I'm going to show you guys how to optimize your Windows 11 PC for gaming. So if you use gaming and you're on Windows 11, these are the options that you must change right now in order to get way better performance on your PC. You know, this can apply to people who are already seeing performance issues on their PC or are, worried that they might, or just anyone in general, because sooner or later your computer probably will degrade to a certain point, and these options will help it last a lot longer without you having to reset your whole computer. Alright, so let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is disable any startup programs, and to do that is you can press Control Shift Escape, and that is the shortcut to open up the task manager. Okay, you want to first it'll probably be like something like this. Press this hamburger icon on the left and go to Startup Apps. Once you're here, you want to sort it by status, which you want enabled on top. And next, what you want to do is see which ones have high impact. So right now I don't have any that are high impact. Most of them are not measured because I already closed all the high impact programs. What you want to do is just disable all the ones that are high impact, especially if you don't need it. Okay, if you need it, then maybe, but other than that, definitely disable it. So you guys can see over here, or zoom, I don't know why I have that. Let's remove that, disable it. Cloudflare Warp, disable that. So these are disabled, and here. So the thing is, you don't want to disable things you're not 100% sure of what they are. Okay, so RTL service exe, I'm not 100% sure what that is, so I'm gonna leave it for now. And obviously I would go and Google this and then see if I actually need it or not, what software that comes with, because when you install software, sometimes they randomly install these at startup so that their software will, as soon as you start up the computer, the software will turn on. And in certain cases it does make sense. So this is a remote control agent that I use, so I definitely want this to start up as soon as I restart my computer, so I can remote control it from other computers. I don't want to have to go and manually start it up. This is probably some driver with the audio driver, so that I don't want to disable because that will probably mess up the audio or something, so I'll keep that on. And likewise, so if there's a bunch of things you don't need, so like just look at all the ones that I have disabled already. CCleaner, Steam, Figma Agent, Grammarly, all these ones that I didn't really need, that at a certain point were enabled. Okay, so definitely check this out and disable the ones you don't need for sure. And if you're not sure if it's a high impact and I maybe need it, or if it's something you can manually turn on yourself, then disable it. All right, so yeah, now moving on, the next thing what you want to do is turning on game mode. And the way to do that is go to settings. Let's just minimize that. Settings, and on the left hand side you can see gaming and you can see game mode, and you want to toggle that on. Okay, so basically you can see over here, you can read more about it online, but it just optimizes PC for play by turning things off in the background. So normally your computer will be doing a bunch of things in the background, but we want to tell the computer don't do those things in the background because I'm playing right now and I need all my CPU, all my graphic, all the resources of my computer to be on this game and not in the background doing other things. Okay, so that's basically what this is. The next thing is on the same screen over here. We will go to graphics. You can see right here on related settings, go graphics, and over here you will select your game. I don't have any games right now on this PC, so I'll just select any software. So you want to select whichever game you want, click options, and you will select the high performance. So this will ensure that it will only be high performance. It will always be, your graphics preference will always be high performance when you're playing this game. Okay, and just save it then. So do that for whatever games you normally play, right? You can see a bunch of these things are just power savings and only very few are high performance. You want to make sure it is high performance. The next thing what we want to do is scroll back up and go to change default graphics settings. So once we click that, we would want to turn this on, optimization for windowed games, reduce latency and use advanced features in compatible games by using flip presentation mode. You'll need to restart your game for this to change change to take effect. So you want to enable this, but one thing, there's a caveat, is a lot of people do kind of say that this caused their games to lag or just outright crash. So definitely take that into consideration. If your game is crashing, or it's like lagging or just glitching out, freezing, I suggest you turn this off then. But if it's working good, this definitely should help. Another thing that could be causing performance issues is the space on your PC. If you don't have a decent amount of space, it could cause issues in performance to your game. So let's just go back to the home page and let's go to storage. Over here, just give it a couple seconds for it to load, and it will show you everything you have on your PC, what's installed, temporary files, and what where is. So let's just give it a second for it to load everything. I know I don't have a lot of space on my PC left. So this is something that I guess you guys have to take into consideration. But you can either use this, or there's other software tools, in my opinion, that are better, like tree size file, right? I have a video on that. Make sure check that out. It'll help you reduce the size of your used hard disk. All right, so the first thing is installed apps. You can go here and basically sort by A to Z, or let's let it load, large to small. Let's see what my largest software is, and it is Camtasia. All right, so you can see what you need, what you don't. Uninstall it from there, and then go back. You can see temporary files, what's on your desktop. All this cleanup recommendation. I have over 5 gigs that can be cleaned in storage. So definitely clean up your storage, and that should help clear out a bunch of things. All right. The next thing what you want to do is disable notifications. One way you can do that is click the icon on the bottom right of your screen right here, and I have it disabled right now, but normally it would be like this. Oops. Over here, you can see do not disturb, and you can just click it on. Another way to do it is go to System, go to Focus, and you can do your focus session over here, and more information about notifications, turn it off or on, and you can set priorities and more customize it on what exact notifications you want to show up and which ones you don't want to show up. All right. That being said, definitely want to disable notifications. Aside from distractions, it does use PC resources, which you rather have on your game and not this. Okay. The next thing you want to do is disable animations. Okay, so disable animations is a pretty interesting one. This one will help with your PC overall. Once we're in accessibility, we want to go to visual effects, and over here we want to turn off animation effects. So this one definitely will help, even if your computer performance in general, especially if you're gaming. But your Windows won't be as smooth as it once was. You will see differences. You get used to it once you have it off, but things that used to have some effects when opening up a window, closing a windows, it will just pop up rather than showing the effect of it popping up or zooming in or things like that. So definitely will have an effect on what you see. The next thing what we'll do is look at our power options. Okay, so power options are also another thing that could dramatically improve or hinder your computer performance. Power options, so you can do edit power plan. Click on that one. It's weird how they have this in one of the old style windows rather than their new ones, but that's fine. So let's go to change advanced power settings. Over here you can go into detail on what exactly you want to what you want to do with the PC, which power options you want to use. So you can basically just see which one you want: power saver, high performance, balanced, and see what it'll do on each one. If you whichever settings you have, what it'll do for each thing. So if you want to change the actual settings, we will go to let's just click on the power options on top over here. Now you can see I have it at power saver. You can see additional plans over here, high performance, and I also have ultimate performance. If you want to know how to do ultimate performance, check out the video I'll leave in the description below. It's a really cool feature, and I highly recommend you do this, especially if you're gaming. All right, obviously this plan or even the high performance options have a greater use on electricity. If that is a concern to you, definitely do one of the other ones, but these are definitely more favorable to do while playing. All right, the next thing is we want to check our Windows updates. So let's go back to the settings over here, Windows update. Let's close the one in the back, and you can see that I have a update pending, and you want to basically see which updates are available and do those, because the thing about updates is most of the time they are for performance reasons, right, or security reasons. It's not really many times where it'll come out with a crazy new feature or anything. So it's mostly performance or security related updates. So it's really good to keep your PC up to date at all times. You should have automatic updates on, but you should also check regularly on updating. And not only Windows, you want to update any drivers or any softwares that you have that require an update. So just make sure to check those regularly as well, and just have automatic updates if they do allow for that. Okay, let's go to now changing the DNS. So if you don't know what DNS is, it's basically domain name server, and changing it to a public DNS is probably a better option depending on who your internet provider is. Some internet providers are pretty good, they give you a pretty good DNS, but certain parts of the country the DNS isn't really that great. So upgrading to a public DNS like Google's or Cloudflare's or OpenDNS, right, will help your internet performance. Okay, so this is specifically for games on the web or like that require the internet, right? So online multiplayer games. So if you always seem to have lagging, or if you always seem to be lagging in the game, this definitely should help you out. So let's go change the DNS. What you want to go is to go to network and internet, go to Ethernet if you're connected via Ethernet. So if you have a cable, if you're Wi-Fi, go to Wi-Fi, and then next go to your Wi-Fi set properties and go to DNS server assignment, edit, and then change this to manual, IPv4 on, and let's change it to Cloudflare's DNS. So Cloudflare's DNS is 1.1.1.1, and the alternate DNS is 1.0.0.1. So you can save this, and then everything that you do will be routed through Cloudflare's DNS. Okay, and the DNS is pretty good in my opinion, but the thing you need to consider is it is also more secure in terms of privacy. So Cloudflare DNS, their privacy policy is really good. They don't sell your data, they don't keep logs of you for more than 24 hours, and other than that, they just don't log certain private information like IP addresses or any information to identify who you are. Okay, so definitely consider using this DNS. If you want to know more about DNS, which DNSs are the best, how to change the DNS, I'll leave the links in the description below. I made a couple videos a little while ago about it. Definitely check those out as well. So those are the top, in my opinion, the top ways, the different options you need to change to help optimize your PC for gaming. Okay, so let me know if you have any question or comments. If these help you, definitely I'd love to hear it out. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'd love to help you guys out. Other than that, if you have any other options that you recommend, let me know. I'd love to try it out and maybe make a part 2. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.